check if this mic is connected. What is good, boys? Welcome to day 322 of backtesting. Apparently, we cannot stop backtesting. So, with that being said, we'll just keep it going and keep the backtesting session moving. Either way, I would like to remove this. This is sort of let me fix something in the docs. All right. Alright, we're gonna be backtesting the inversion model, but on 2016 data. So let's get going. Yeah, this session is a bit late. Hopefully, we can push it for longer. Well, let's go to the next new trading day here. Start of the daily time frame. How is the daily time frame looking like? We are bullish. Now checking the 4 hour, we are displacing beautifully higher. Now checking the 1 hour, we are also have an unfilled gap right here. So I believe price is going to go higher. So if we might print like some sort of a PO3 where we can displace into this gap, then go higher. If we can check the 15-minute, I think it's looking fine so far. I'd like to see a run here, which you can see that we get right away. And then price inverses a small gap here. Now I'd like to enter here, but then price has already run this high, bro. Like, look at this drop inside here. How's the yes though? If you look behind an SMT, we can try longs. But then the only problem is how far can it displace with this kind of movement. I'm pretty sure it's gonna stop me out after like it will retrace and then stop me out. It can't just go higher like this, without clear retracements and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay. Random, probably. Now this is the other run that we're gonna get. Checking the 1 hour or the 4 hour. 4 hour, we're still in this huge gap, which is possible that we could reject, but it looks like we are in some sort of like recovery mode. So if we can displace higher, it will be great. Let's see if it looks like we won't displace higher at any moment. London lows get run. I have a small 5-minute here. If we can enter on this inversion, then I will break even right there, then see if price reverses to those highs. Like somewhere here. Let's see. That's a crazy 15-minute. Whereas yes though, yes still has a very huge SMT here, so I believe price is gonna go higher anyways. Why isn't my YouTube studio working as expected? Something's wrong. Okay, let's just keep going either way. So I'd like to see price displace all the way to these highs here. I mean, this is a crazy RR, that's why I'd say this is a delusional trade, to be honest. Okay, break even. I can't risk 5 minutes stopping me out when I know like this could have been a winning day, but I'm sabotaging it. So we'll see what happens either way. Until you get stopped out, then price has directly to stop loss. So very good play in my opinion. I mean, if it would have stopped me at break even then headed higher, I will be judging myself that why didn't I check the daily. Now check the 4 hour. We're in this gap. Well, we're in this in this 4 hour gaps here. I'd say maybe you can go higher. That would be great. But when we zoom out, what does this look like? Well, pushed higher, dropped heavily, then retraced inside of this gap, because it looks like we are holding this gap strongly, so we might run some low resistance here before going higher again. So what I would like to watch out for in this session is if we can continue displacing lower, because you can see here we've just shifted. So I'd like to see maybe if we're gonna retrace to some POI then drop lower. That's most likely. but I'm not gonna marry that bias. I would rather wait and see, like, if price actually does that. Because if it's moving bullish, you obviously see it moving bullish. So since I'm not bottom ticking or top ticking, I just have to wait to see, does is it offering displacement towards that side, and do I have the necessary confluences. So let's see, where is ES? Yeah, nothing just yet. And you can see price directly starts dropping right at open. So crazy. We've just run what are these? London lows. Gonna check the 1 hour. See that we tapped into this discount and we are displacing higher. You can see that we are disrespecting bearish price action through inversing like these gaps. Look at these gaps here, and look at how this 15 minute is closing. What does this show? Price might want to go higher, so especially that we've just run a session low. We have a good chance that price could go higher. We have these London highs here that I would call target, and these Asia highs. Asia highs has a relatively go high, so they will be good rolls. What's this line here? Yeah, it's 1 hour. Okay, let's remove it. So let's see if I can get price to move here, I would be done for the day, to be honest. Nothing else. Like 1.9, close to 2 hour. Looks like we might get cooked if it doesn't break above this high. Yeah, we are cooked. You can see it's failing. So, oh, okay. So how many points? How many points here? This exact thing happened to me in the markets today, like by 0.50, bro. Crazy. Now the problem here is I'm being tempted to close it because look at ES. It hasn't run this high, and it's a 1 hour tap. Like we have a small 1 hour gap right here. If you can zoom in, you can see it like, around here. So yeah, if you get stopped out, it is what it is. But this could have been a clear break even. But I'd like to see if it can displace. If it just displaces above this high here, then we close. I mean, I will trail. Yeah, here I'm gonna trail at break even. Now, the reason I'm trailing is because we have a couple POIs here. So if we don't hold through those POIs, then we obviously reverse from this liquidity run. Bro, doesn't want to go higher. Yeah, you can see I'm getting stopped out. Crazy chop. I'm waiting for it to rage bait me and go higher. Well, you can see the setup fails in a way. Took the whole session just to fail. Well, I think you should get used to that. Let's remove these drawings here. Remove 6 drawings. Like, let's to make this a little bit smaller, like this. Okay. We'll check the daily. You can see that we're still displacing lower. Let's go to the next trading day. Next trading day, you can see that we are very yesterday was very bearish. I mean, very bearish actually. But now we've inversed the 1 hour gap, and the 4 is kindly displacing higher after running these lows. Is it a daily gap? Well, it's just this daily IFVG. There's also, we have a daily IFVG right here. Oh bro, why am I pressing the wrong buttons? Like, this is a daily FVG right here. IFVG, then we have another FVG here, so maybe we should just place higher. But yeah, we have a small inversion right here. So if you can impress like right here, then we can tap into this unfilled 4 hour premium. So if price decides to hold through that, I would like to see it displace that unfilled 4 hour. We also have an unfilled 15 minute. So my bullish analysis here would be if we can retrace into this 15 minute then displace here, would potentially find some longs here to see if we can go higher. But if we don't, and then we keep holding inside here, I'd like to see if we run through this gap or we drop right away. If you can run through it, then retrace, probably like do something like this, inverse it, retrace, then displace lower. That's another potential entry. So yeah, all we gotta do is just wait. But I'm more bullish than I'm bearish. Right, we have a good 1 minute inversion right here. And yes, we expected an SMT over here. Now this is a small 5 minute gap tap, so I don't think it will terrify me that much. This will be like the best obvious draw. Yeah, I take back my heart. It's an obvious good draw, but we get stopped out right away, as you can see. It would have been good if we displaced higher though. Crazy. Though I like the way we closed here, so if you can close above again, then I'll be sure to take longs. But you can see this 4 hour had a very good closure, 15-minute inversed. So what does this show us? Price is bearish. Let's not do any stupid mistakes of trying to long it. Now I would try to long it once it taps into this IFG here. Wait for this move. Bro, what kind of PA is this? So you displaced from a discount, 1 hour gap, higher. Oh, crazy. So what are we gonna trade here? Looks like we're gonna wait, and just taper this. Could have taken longs here though. Here's an inversion before the macro. 15-minute gap retracement. If we can run to these highs, we can smack out a 1 hour. We can try longs. Nah, break even gain, break even. I'm pretty sure I would get stopped out on this one either way, because he ends up hitting take profit in lunch hour. But wow, well, the reason I moved to break even is because I know myself, after price moves this whole move, I'm very sure that I would have moved to break even, because I protect my capital way too much, which obviously is the logical thing to do. I should protect my capital. Let's go to the next trading day, New York AM. Right, yesterday looks like we had some sort of recovery after price run these lows here. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I can mark out on the daily time frame. Checking the 4 hour, we are retracing into this beautiful gap right here. Maybe we can displace all of this high, will be great. Something like this. Checking the 1 hour though, nothing that exciting. If we can hold inside this gap, longs will be great. Where is Asia? So you can see we also have Asia and London highs right here. So we have a pretty good chance the price could displace all the way to these highs. But if it doesn't, then we're looking for unfilled discount gaps and previous day's session lows and highs. So I'd like to see where it displaces to. 9:30 open manipulation. Well, at least I believe it's a manipulation. We'll see. Ooh, this is not a good 15-minute closure. Look at this 15-minute. We are now in the discount gap. Wow. So if we're bullish, we should start recovering now. this is a good move. 3, 2. Actually, the inversion was here. 3 minutes. Can use this 3 minute and see if you can hit like the 930 highs. The possible draws will be, you can see that we have low resistance packed all here. So if we can try long and see if we can take out all this low res liquidity, and maybe this 930 high will be the draw, will be good for 2.5 hour. Well, unless we get stopped out right away, which is also possible. And it looks like that's what's gonna happen. This is not some good bullish displacement. Like if we're going higher, we shouldn't displace all these candles lower, because we are bullish. We should be reading more bullish candles. Like the bearish candle should be retracement. So in this case, I would have already accepted this as a loss, as an obvious loss. Wow. Looks like price is still bearish then. So tired, okay. So yesterday ended up displacing lower. Maybe this needed gold to also continue lower, probably to around this low here. Checking the 4 hour, we tapped into this fair value gap, and the 1 hour is also displacing lower. We have embraced a couple of gaps here. Actually, this one here, this 1 hour. So I would most likely be bearish in this kind of situation. Where are the draws? You can see we have London lows and Asia lows around here, so we can see where it heads to. Okay, we have an SMT at the highs. Invalidate. SMT gets invalidated. Right, I think it's almost time to try shorts at this inversion. We have a good yeah, it's a 4 hour, yeah. So if this 4 hour could close bearish, then it would be good to go all the way to those lows, like the London lows and stuff. London lows, Asia lows, all the way there. We have relatively close here, by the way. This would be like a very, very good draw. Now, should I trail the take profit to London lows or keep it all the way here? Because I'm pretty sure sometimes it just runs this low then reverses. Either way, I will be a break even in this kind of situation. Okay, let's sell half here. Whenever I'm doubting, like if I should close the position or not, close off half and leave the rest to run. Can see that we get stopped at our break even on the rest of the position before it then heads lower. So I should have closed all the position here. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty solid lesson. Like, yes, these draws are there, but is it gonna inverse these gaps just to reach to these lows? Well, it's likely, but not most likely. Let's go to the next trading day, next new AM session. We go to the daily, remove these drawings, check the 4 hour. Well, how's the daily? I don't know, still in some shop. 4 hour retraced now into these gaps. Wait a minute, what is this? So we're in this house here. I'd like to see if we can displace resistance, because you can see that we are recovering slowly by slowly, so I might tap into this unfilled gap. Okay, we're going to start displacing higher. Alright, there's the retracement that I wanted, even though it's going a little bit deeper than I thought. What is the 1 minute inversion? This one, this placement here. Now this 5 minute. If in this place solidly, I would move to break even. Where? Probably somewhere around this breaker. Yeah, we are so cooked. We are so cooked. Yeah, it hurts, right? Hurts heavily. Okay. Either way, it's not a 1 hour. It's not a 15 minutes. So what am I gonna do here? So I can see the 5 minute respecting bearish price action, this respecting bullish price action. So that shows that we might be about to head lower. We have these are lows as well. We run the Asia lows. This could be a potential reversal area, but yeah, I would have loved to enter here, but I was busy trying to long it. Dump. Yeah, dump. But if it would have worked, I would be saying opposite. So I'm not gonna charge that. It's a crazy displacement lower, bro. Look at this 1 hour. Are we gonna go over to this lows? But how? How is ES like still going higher? That's very confusing. Do we have an IFG? Not yet. Probably gonna have some sort of CAST here. Ultimate low, delusional trade. Right, time to move to break even. Bro, it's going quite slow. Okay, take profit, just go ahead. Now, you might be asking, why not put the stop a little bit lower or higher? Well, if we see this movement here, price was clearly chopping up. We had this change in the state of delivery, which I think it could have held, but broke through it. Then I'd say that this will be some randomness in data, which is obviously expected in a set of probabilities. There is randomness. Just because last time it worked doesn't mean this time it will work. You just have to continue working on increasing the odds of the probability. So we can remove these drawings. Remove 5 drawings and go to the next trading day. Okay, so looks like price is still displacing lower. We have this low here, obvious draw. Well, this low will be delusional. Again, it's way too far. We are in a 4-hour gap here. If we can displace through this beautiful 1 hour, it would be great. So we'll see. 15 minute is in a fair value gap. Oof, this is not a good closure, bro. Alright, there we go. Start to have some displacement lower. You can see that there is a 15-minute gap here that's holding. Now the 5-minute has just inversed as well. Now we should probably start having some displacement, right? Bro, my stop is at this relatively high, so I'm cooked. I genuinely think I'm cooked. So we have London low. This is the, well, I consider it a fair draw. We'll probably move to break even to somewhere here. Right, break even around here. If you check the 15, you're pretty far from this low. That's why I hate high RR trades. Now, is price gonna go all the way to those lows? Quite delusional, but possible. We'll wait and see. And bang, 4R crossed right away. So that's a good wait, is it a 4 hour? 4 hour gap. Looks like it's getting embraced, and that's a London low getting run for full 4R. Very beautiful draw, very beautiful thinking or analysis in on the trade, I'd say, because I saw that we had a good 5-minute that was holding. I mean 15, I guess, yes, and a 15-minute just inverse. So very beautiful displacement, and yeah, I guess that's basically all. 11:40, the trade was held for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Very beautiful. Let's go to the new trading day here. So we still have this low here, not taken out. After price run this low, looks like we started going higher again. And obviously I won't be trading reversals. I would like to see what happens like on lower time frame continuations. The 1 minute, the 5 and 15 minutes. So we check the 15, we're still displacing lower. Like to see if you can have a retracement lower before I can take any longs, but you can see it's like way too early. Alright, there we go. No 15-minute gap retracement just yet. There it goes. Okay, 15-minute gap retracement. I'd like to see some displacement form here. You can see we get it right away, bro. 2017 PA wasn't that easy, but I could eat. This PA 2R. We try longs and we wait. Oh yeah, we are cooked. Wow. Well, guess we could call that a losing day then. Let's go to the next trading day. Remove this. Next trading day. Check the daily. We're now displacing lower. Okay. So what do we see here? We have good inversion. Have an unfilled 1 hour. So if we're bearish, we could tap here, then displace lower. If we're bullish, then we should just displace through it. Okay, a few minutes at open, until we tap into the gap. Then we displace lower, inversing right here. But was this actually inverse? Like the high here was high here is 5608. The close here is 5609. So yeah, actually it will be an inverse. So shorts will be in here. Stop around here. Take profit at these relatively equal lows. Like right here. Bang. Okay. So I think one lesson from this trade is I will make sure to enter like on time for every single trade. Because imagine if you entered late, and let's say maybe you entered here, and then like, okay, I entered here, gonna wait for price to displace all the way here, then you trail to break even, you trail all the way here. Consider you get stopped up. So the logical thing here is to probably move your stop to, at least the logical level that you would have entered at. So yeah, don't fear the loss, because the losses will always be there. Wait, what just happened with the trades that I just took recently? Closed positions. This is the recent one that I just closed. Okay. Huh. Okay. Okay. So we're in a new day now. These lows yesterday ended up. Wait, these lows here ended up getting run. The 4 hour? Nope, they weren't run. So obviously these here will be draws for bearishness. If you check the 4 hour, you can notice that this gap here is holding. We're in quite consolidating. This one here has inversed. This one here is holding, and we have this right here. So there's a small SMT here. We could have a good inversion lower. I will try shorts. God, I'm so tired. Okay, there's another SMT at the highs. At these highs here. I think the bearish thing is not gonna work. Yeah, just embrace this 4 hour. So time to take some longs. Could try 1.1 hour here. Bang. Literally by the tick. Okay, that was unexpected. Okay, let's go to the next trading day. New York AM. So one thing I can see is that we're not gonna run this low. This is gonna stay high resistance. So we're gonna stay with this one. Probably wait for run here, then displacement higher. Checking the 1 hour though. Have a good draw. Okay, looks like we get a cool SMT here. This is a good 5-minute inversion. But then what will be the draw? Well, it's high, so maybe if you can get some good retracement, then I will try longs without thinking about it. You can see like this one here, we tap onto the inversion here, stop here, target here. You can see the RR is raised, which is different than taking the trade here, having a stop here. Well, looks quite the same, but you can see I would be like a little bit early, I mean late. Wait, I just bought it twice. Wait, okay, yeah, now we can buy here. To get stopped out right away, and we get a clearer, better liquidity run where the 4 hour is tapped into the 4 hour FEG. Five-minute just first. Now if we had like a 1 minute here inverse, it would have been good, but looks like we didn't, so could have tried something like this low RR trade. If it could win, I will be up around 0.3 R on the day. Good 1.3 R. Okay, let's try another trading day. So on a new day, you can see that we're already bullish. Checking the 4 hour, we have this unfilled FVG here, right here. So maybe you can displace like all the way to this high. Will be good. Checking the 1 hour. If you can inverse inside here, you could probably try some longs. We also have an unfilled 1 hour. So what do I notice here? Tap into a 4 hour, 15-minute inverse, obviously, 5-minute inverse as well. I would honestly like to just take longs here because it looks like I wouldn't wait for like another run here. Won't get any. We already have the SMT. We already have the POI. What would I be waiting for? Alright, this 5-minute candle closure. And obviously, because we have this kind of situation, and obviously the stop will be. This is way too big though. Can probably put it somewhere here and see if you can displace all the way to London highs. Yeah, that will be 2-hour trade. Bro, why isn't it buying? Alrighty, if it wins, I'm gonna close the backtesting session here. Yeah. So you can see very beautiful win. That was all for today's backtesting session. It came a bit late, but yeah, tomorrow we come again. We put in the work. See you all next time. Stay blessed. Peace.